Hi class, this week we're talking about string instruments and we're going to be listening to a very special piece called The Flight of the Bumblebee by Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov. It's taken from an opera, and in the third act, the magical swan turns the prince into a bumblebee so he can visit his father, the Sultan. His father doesn't know he's alive and the prince really needs to talk to him. The music depicts the movement of the prince as a bee moving through the palace on his search for his father. Here is a violin. It's the smallest of the string instruments. Remember in class that we had our bow, which is actually made out of horsehair. The violin can be plucked or used with a bow up on your shoulder here. Here's all the strings. The violin, viola, cello, and double bass all have this C mark right here on the side, and it's so that the bow can reach the strings a lot easier. We have some more string instruments today that you've all been able to use in class. One of them, our ukulele, also has 4 strings like the violin. It's not used with a bow though. Use a pick or a thumb. Again, the tuning pegs are at the top. Another instrument, it's a lot lower, is our guitar. Stretch over here and grab it. It's bigger, so it's lower than the ukulele, and it has 6 strings, remember? And again, we can use our thumb or our pick, and it has curved sides. This helps the sound. We have another instrument that's a string instrument. I couldn't bring it outside, so I have a picture. And that is a piano. There's strings inside the piano, and it can play really high or really low and all the way in between. I love a piano because of its range. Its range of sound, its range of movement. The higher sounds have really small strings, where the lower sounds have the bigger strings. And when you push on the pedal, a hammer hits them, and the strings are plucked and played. All right, we have some string instruments that we made this week, and I'd love to see if you guys made some at home. You can bring them into Zoom. Remember the bowl one? Open, so it's gonna be the lower sound. And then if I flip it over, the strings are tighter and it's closed, so remember it's the higher pitch. That one's almost really, really high. It's starting to come off. It's not too hard to stretch them around. And if a rubber band breaks, you can just get another one. And then we also had our Kleenex box. That one sounds a little bit more like a guitar. And I noticed as I move my rubber bands, the pitch will change because the width is changed as I stretch the rubber bands to a different place. So I brought my board with me today to remind us of our string instrument family. So the violin's the smallest. Then we have the viola, and it's also played up on the shoulder. Cello sits on the floor. See that peg? It helps it sit on the floor. And you sit to play the cello. I posted a really cool song by Yo-Yo Ma, and he was sitting and playing his cello. The double bass is really low, and you would stand to play that one. It also has a little peg to help it stand on the floor. This is our bass guitar. It's low. Electric guitar, acoustic, that's the one I just had, and then a beautiful harp. And we have some insects as well. So we're going to be listening to some fun insect music as the strings depict the movement and the sounds an insect would make. The violin and the other string instruments can make a bzzing sound, like the flight of the bumblebee. Can you make a bzzz? I can't wait to listen to the song with you on Zoom. And if you made some instruments at home, show them in Zoom class with me. Or if you have a guitar or a ukulele or a violin that you would like to show us. All right, you guys, I will see you on Zoom. Bye.